welcome to a new reading vlog. Long time no see, but I will simply just ignore that because I don't want to spend another video explaining why I haven't made any videos in the past. So we'll just pretend I've been here this whole time. Hi! Welcome back to my channel, or if you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about books that I'm reading. Yeah, I'm glad you could join me. So this is a reading vlog. I have a lot of bookish things going on at the moment, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to film a little bit. I am doing a buddy read with my friend Anna. I am also preparing for my first book club meeting, a book club that I'm organizing with my friend Chelsea. So I have to read the book for the book club. And also in other book news, I have put myself on a book buying ban because let's just say things have escalated quite a bit in the past. No, seriously, I was spending way too much money on takeaway coffees and books, new books, that is. So now it's November and I have decided, well, first I decided to put myself on a book buying ban until the end of the year, which is basically nothing. But since I have a trip coming up in February where I'm going to London, I have extended the book buying ban until then. So that means for the next couple of months, I'm not allowed to buy any new books, which is fine because I'm sure we all have this little thing called a reading pile, and I'm no exception. There are so many books that I already own and that I haven't read yet. So I will get to those, and I will also make heavy use of my library card, which I do anyway, but I'm really trying to challenge myself a little bit here. It's going to be hard, but my friend Chelsea is joining me, so I feel like together we'll manage, we'll keep each other strong and accountable. Maybe we could talk a bit about my buddy read. This is the 10th buddy read that I'm doing with my friend Anna. We started during lockdown, so in 2020, I think. And now this is our little anniversary, so to speak. We decided to read Yellowface, which has been all over your For You page, your YouTube page, your Instagram probably, and we might even be a little late to the hype. Anyway, I started we had our first little meeting on Saturday, I believe, so I started on Sunday or on Monday, and I'm on page 112, which is chapter 9, and we will split the book into two halves. So we'll read the first half, have a meeting where we discuss everything we read so far, and then we read the other half and then have a wrap-up session at the end. So far, I'm really enjoying the book. I'm constantly laughing out loud whilst reading this. Not as in, haha, this is so funny, but as in, oh my god, I can't take this, it's so tense. This so far reads like a very satirical take on the publishing industry and has a lot of dark humor, especially when it comes to racism. So you're definitely in for a ride when you read this. I'm excited and curious to see what my friend thinks about the book so far, but I'm definitely having a good time, I would say. I mean, it's titled as Razor Sharp by The Times, so I can definitely agree with that statement. I'm excited to see where this goes, because it could go in a very linear, logical direction from this point on, but I feel like something twisted and completely different might happen, because I heard that this book is quite unhinged, which we love. Unhinged women, favorite literature genre. I might read a few pages now, and then I'm meeting my friend for dinner and drinks, but I have a little bit of time left, so I might read a little bit, finish getting ready, and then leave. And today's Friday, so I'll have the whole weekend to read this book, and then maybe also start the book club book, which I will show you as soon as I get to it. I actually finished the first half of Yellowface, so that part that I was supposed to read for the buddy read. The next meeting is next weekend, so now I have a whole week where I won't be able to read this, but that's fine. I realized I never gave you a synopsis of the book. Maybe some of you already know what it's about, but it's about two writers who are, I wouldn't really call them friends, more like acquaintances, or friends but on a superficial level. They went to college together. They're both authors, and one of them is white and one of them is Asian American. The Asian American writer, whose name is Athena. Athena dies, and the other one, June, finds an unpublished manuscript that Athena has written before her death, and then June steals the manuscript and publishes it, or has it published, as her own novel. And the novel is about the First World War, focusing on Chinese laborers. Yes, and so June is getting published with this novel and becomes extremely successful, hits all the bestseller lists, and receives a lot of praise. It's super intense because as a reader you know that the novel was actually not written by June, but rather she stole it. And also, a white American author stealing a novel from an Asian American author, focusing on a very specific type of historical and cultural moment that is not connected to her own history or background whatsoever. You can imagine that things are quite tense. The way that racism is portrayed in this novel gives me bodily reactions. At some points I just have to make noises or scream a little bit because I cannot take it. Yeah, razor sharp, as the Times says. It's a lot, but I'm really enjoying it. This is a fast read because the suspense kind of keeps you going, because you want to know whether someone might actually find out that June stole the book. So yeah, that's why I already finished the first 155 pages. So since I'm taking a break from Yellowface, of course I wanted to read something else because it's Sunday morning and there is no Sunday morning without reading in bed. So I started Bluets by Maggie. This is actually the book that we're reading for our book club. So my friend Chelsea and I, we started a book club, and this is our first read, and our first meeting will be in 2 weeks, I think. So I started this morning, completely different type of book. This is about a woman who is in love with the color blue. And I think it's also about a breakup that she's going through, and also one of her friends who has a serious accident and kind of, suffers severe medical consequences from that. And it's written in these paragraphs. So every paragraph has a number. I'm on paragraph 23. You could definitely read this entire book in a day, but I'm trying to sort of pace myself because the book club meeting, as I've said, is 2 weeks away, and also I'm trying to take it all in. This is definitely not a fast-paced novel or anything. It reads a bit like a diary, and I'm trying to really engage with the text and see what I can get out of it. Our book club is called Book Genius because it's heavily inspired by our favorite band, Boy Genius, and this came recommended by one of the members of the band, and I can already see why. I already found a nice reference to the yellow wallpaper, which of course makes me happy because the yellow wallpaper is one of the greatest short stories ever and one of my favorites. So I was very happy to find this little reference. And I might read a little bit more today, and otherwise maybe I'll see if I have another book that I can also read or also start, which would mean I would be reading 3 books at a time. Wow. Yes. Since I am on a book ban, I might see what's on my shelf and what I feel like reading. Usually at this time of year, I read a Nicci French crime novel from the Week series. So I have to check which one I read last year, because I'm pretty sure I have the following book already here at home, so I could also start that. And that would be easy to incorporate into these two because, again, it's a completely different kind of book. We'll see. Maybe I will check that later. But for now, you cannot see, but it's the first day of snow today. I was so happy this morning. I love snow. Now I am going to put up my Christmas decorations. I already went and got them out of storage this morning, and now I will maybe make another coffee and then put up some decorations. I'm also watching Friends because I wanted to watch something cozy, and it's been my comfort show for as long as I can remember. So let's make a coffee and then put up some Christmas decorations, and then maybe I'll show you later. Happy Sunday. We just got home from our big Sunday walk, and we went to the park and it was nice. We also went to the dog park, and now I thought I would check up on... I have new glasses, by the way. So now I thought I would check which Nicci French book I'm supposed to read next, because I feel like reading and I don't want to rush through bluets. So I think I'll just start a Nicci French one. Okay, let me check my Goodreads, which one I read last year. I think it was Saturday. But let's see. Ah, okay. So last year I read Dark Saturday, so that means I have to read the Sunday one, but I know that the Sunday one is split into 2 books, and I know that I have one of them here. So let's check for the order of the books, or the order in which, yeah. Nicci French weekday series. Let's see. Okay, so it's Sunday morning coming down, and then the Day of the Dead is the final one, and then the series is actually over. So I only have 2 books left. Okay, Sunday morning coming down. I have that on my shelf, so I can read that. Let's see if we can find it. Hello, another check-in. It's Wednesday. I'm working from home today, and the fun thing is the internet is not working, which means I can basically not work, which means I have to use a hotspot for my work today. I could also just go and sit in a cafe and work there, but I don't feel like leaving the house today, to be honest. I just want to be in my comfies and just stay at home and make coffee at home, which I will do in a minute. I just wanted to update you on my reading. So I started Nicci French, and I'm currently on page 80, so I've read 80 pages so far. As always, it's good. Oh, this book series has such a special place in my heart. I feel like because it has so much emotional value for me, because my godmother gifted me these books years ago, and I made a little tradition for myself to read 1 book every year, and it brings me a lot of joy, is what I'm saying. This is the second to last book, and I'm quite sad, but I'm planning on just reading other Nicci French books once I've finished the series, because they also write just like regular crime novels out of the Frida Klein series. But still, Frida Klein, she's so special to me. So yeah, I'm reading Nicci French. I'm still also reading, well, I'm taking a break so that I can talk to my friend about our buddy read and then continue reading that. I'm excited about that because I feel like at this point I really also want to get to know the author more. So I'd love to listen to some podcasts and watch interviews and stuff, but I don't want to do that until I finish the book, so I don't come across any accidental spoilers, maybe. Yes. But today we're working, and also, okay, let me show you. We're also celebrating this little lady because she's been with us for exactly 1 year as of today. I feel like she couldn't care less, but also this is very representative. And she used to be a stray, and she used to live on the streets. And now she's comfy in our bed, taking her... She's looking at me like, what are you talking about? No, now she's comfy in her bed, or our bed, taking her morning nap, which usually lasts from the time she gets home from her first walk and has her breakfast until she goes out for her second walk around 1:30. That's the life. Honestly, I would do the same. I mean, it is a snow day. It has been snowing for... Okay, let me show you. So it has been snowing ever since yesterday. And I went to bed last night, and then at midnight I woke up again. And everything was covered in snow, and it looked so magical. And now it's already melting a little bit, but it's still pretty, and I don't know, I always like snow, so. But yeah, this is the vibe for the day, and this is also why I don't want to leave the house. I mean, I don't mind going for a walk in the snow, but otherwise I just want to be at home, cozied up. So now I'll make a coffee, and then I have to tackle my to-do list, which is a lot of graphic design for today, which I don't mind, but also I'd rather be in bed with Remy reading. But yeah, that's the fun of being an adult. Hello. This is another check-in, a check-in especially for Nicci French, which I finished 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago I finished Sunday Morning Coming Down, another Frida Klein novel by Nicci French. I stayed up until midnight to finish this, which rarely happens to me because I'm the type of person that goes to bed at 10 o'clock. But I only had, I think, 4 chapters left, so I had to finish it in one go, which I'm happy that I did it. Usually I read a book in the series during November, December, but at this point I feel like I can't wait until next year to finish the series, you know, to read the last book in the series. So I might have to see if I can find it somewhere secondhand. These are usually very easy to get your hands on secondhand. As I've said before, I got the first 6 books, I think, as a birthday present, and then this one I bought at a charity shop, I think. So usually you can find them around, you know. So yeah, I might have to go out or rather go on the hunt for the last one, and then maybe read it quite soon. And then I have to establish a new tradition next year, which is also, you know, an opportunity to change some things, grow, you know, which we love. But yeah, as always, I enjoyed reading this book. I especially enjoyed this one because it really focused on Frida and all of her friends who, you know, these characters that have been with her and with me now for quite some time. So I really liked that they focused on, yeah, her little friend group, or maybe you could even call them her family group or her family. So I really enjoyed that. Otherwise, I have to say the villain wasn't as interesting. Actually, there were 2 villains, because there is a villain that has been the villain since book 1, and he is mentioned in every book throughout the series, but then there's always, you know, the main villain that the story is kind of about. And but in this one, I have to say I didn't really enjoy the villain, and also sorry, I got myself a cheeky Domino's. What was I saying? Yeah, the villain in this one fell a bit short for me. Also, the motive wasn't as interesting, I have to say. But still, I very much enjoyed the book. I read it quite fast, to be honest. You know, I was reading 3 books at the time, and I thought, okay, I would, you know, read a little bit here, read a little bit there, but no, all I wanted to read was Nicci French. So, you know, that counts for something, I would say. As always, I highly recommend the series. Give it a try, even if you might not be into crime novels in general. This is so much more. I know I keep saying this, but I really, really, really recommend it. Okay, I'm going to eat my pizza. But just before I go, I continued I continued reading Yellowface yesterday. So I dove right back in after having finished Nicci French. I have to read this, I have to finish this by Saturday afternoon. I'll manage. I have like half of it left. I'm optimistic, but also I have to finish Bluets by Maggie Nelson for my book club, which is meeting on Friday. So tight schedule, but I think I will manage without being too stressed about it, because reading is not supposed to be, you know, stressing you out. On the contrary. Right, okay. I will eat my pizza now. I'm being joined by my very lovely assistant, who's only here for the pizza, not for me. Yeah. And then I still have to tidy up my bookshelves because I'm in a bit of trouble with my roomie. So let's see if I can get to that tonight and also take you along. See you later. Bonjour. I'm just getting ready. Of course, I'm running late. I have to go to work for the afternoon, but I had a lovely slow morning, and the reason I am filming is because I finished Bluets. Sorry, I'm also getting ready at the same time. As you can see, I already have my eyebrows and my blush done. Yes, I finished Bluets about an hour ago, I would say. Bluets is the book that I am reading for my book club, which is happening tonight. Sorry, I hope you're not squeamish about this. Yeah, the book club is happening tonight. It's our first meeting. I'm excited to see how it goes. So far we are 4 people, which is a small group, but I'm pretty sure there will be others joining at some point. Bluets. I started reading the book, I think 3 weeks ago, but I only read like, I don't know. It's written in paragraphs, so I read maybe about 20 paragraphs or something, and I quite enjoyed it. But then I picked it up again last night after taking a break from it because I had other books that I was reading. And last night I was so annoyed while I was reading. I don't know, I couldn't really find my way back into it. But also I wasn't feeling that well last night. So that might be the reason. Because this morning I fell in love with the book. I'm happy to report that I liked the book. It took me around 40 pages, but then I really enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed the intertextuality of it. Maggie Nelson makes so many references and quotes so many other works of literature, philosophy, music, and I really enjoyed that. I'm a sucker for intertextuality. Always have been, always will be, probably. And she makes references to Leonard Cohen, Joni Mitchell, Goethe, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, and Billie Holiday, I believe. I'm sure there are other references that I can't think of right now, but it really got me. Basically, she is writing about the color blue and how she is in love with the color blue. And also she is dealing with a breakup, a quite heavy breakup, I would say. And also she is writing about how one of her friends became paralyzed after an accident and how she's taking care of a friend. And all these kinds of aspects are thrown in together, and she uses different kinds of encounters that she has with the color blue and stories that she has with the color blue and associates them with her breakup or the friend that she is taking care of. And I thought she did it in such a beautiful way that I really related to the book for some reason. I'm not going through a breakup or anything, or I'm not taking care of a friend who's sick, but the way she described heartbreak and being sad and also being depressed, like actually dealing with depression, I really felt the way she talked about it. So yeah, I'm really excited now for the book club tonight because I can't wait to talk about it and talk about the book and see what the other people thought of it. Let's see. I would say it's quite an intellectual book, so I don't know if you're not really keen on references to philosophers and old dead German writers. Maybe this is not the book for you, I don't know. Anyway, I'll finish getting ready. As you can see, I'm still in my pajamas and, I have to sort this situation out. But I will check in with you later, probably tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to finish Yellowface because I'm meeting my friend who I'm doing the buddy read with tomorrow at, in the afternoon. So I have to finish Yellowface, but I will finish it because I don't have that much left. And also I enjoy reading it, so it will be a fast read tomorrow, I think. And then I can talk a little bit more about Yellowface tomorrow. And then tomorrow I will have finished all the books that I was reading. And then I have to start a new book. What a concept. I'm excited. Let's see what I can read next. Anyway, I have to go to work. See you later. Okay, welcome to the final check-in. I just blinded myself with a flash on the camera, so I'm a bit dizzy. Never mind. I finished Yellowface this morning. This morning. Which means I officially finished all of the 3 books that I was reading. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm a bit proud of myself. Anyway, I'm meeting my friend who I'm doing the buddy read with in half an hour, so I thought I would make use of this time and kind of film my final thoughts on Yellowface, which is also good practice for the buddy read discussion. I have to say the first half was very strong for me. The second half, not so much. I was expecting more of a woman going mad kind of plot, which it definitely is, but not in the way that I expected it. It's difficult to describe because you don't know what I expected, but this trope of of a woman going mad, which has been around for forever. Think Yellow Wallpaper, think Bertha Mason in Jane Eyre, the Mad Woman in the Attic, I could go on and on. This is one of my favorite things in literature. Anyway, the main character definitely goes mad, and there is also a little bit of a supernatural component to it, which I quite enjoyed. But at the same time, it fell a bit short for me. It felt a bit flat, I have to say. I would definitely still recommend this book because I think it's interesting to read about, you know, the publishing industry, the way writing works as a profession, the way people who are professional writers kind of, you know, what their process is like. And I mean, there are two levels to this because the main character is a novelist, but also, of course, it is a novel written by a novelist. So I'm really interested in watching interviews or listening to podcasts where the author kind of speaks about her own work and the way, you know, she writes. So that was definitely a very interesting aspect to me. Also, I think what this book does so well is portraying racism and portraying microaggressions and kind of these very dangerous narratives that racist people use in order to justify their own bigotry. I think she does this so well. As I've said before, I had physical reactions while reading this because it made me so uncomfortable. And I mean, yeah, of course I'm going to be uncomfortable because I'm a white woman, you know, but that was definitely, I mean, not definitely, but I can see how this was probably the intention of the author, to make people uncomfortable. And she definitely succeeded. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I don't get the hype. I feel like this book, especially on like Book Talk, is being very hyped and has been hyped for a long time now. I wouldn't say this is like the best book I've read this year or anything, but still, I would definitely recommend it. And I think this is also a very good book to read with a friend or with a book club and discuss it with each other. So I'm excited to have my discussion with my friend Anna later on and see what she thought about the second half. So this is where I wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm definitely planning on filming a video over the Christmas break. I have a special kind of book that I'm planning to read, and I think I have to take you along. I'm not saying what it is yet, you will see. It might get interesting, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. I'm definitely planning on filming more videos and being more consistent with my uploads. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice holiday season, and I hope to see you soon and enjoy your weekend. Bye!